So, funny thing, I have had 4 power flickers already in the last 2 minutes. So, hopefully everything works. But yeah, so let's see. Music. Hello, mustache. So yeah, I've had the power flicker 4 times already in the last 3 minutes. So, yeah. But this is why I will always keep my desktops on a battery backup. And the light wasn't, so I turned it off. But I'll turn it back on now. But yeah, it's a little bit wet outside all of a sudden. But you know, it happens. Okay, let's see. Adjust the chair. Yeah. I was working on a project with metal. Oh yeah. But yeah, I had some coils that I needed to cut into the rings that I use. So I have a project in mind and I needed some cut rings. So, you know. Yep. Yeah, I can Yep, I can tell the power is still flickering. That's lovely. So. Let's see. Yeah, it may or may not become a video. But it's a project. Let's see. Oh, I didn't change my wet palette, so... Oh, do I show that off? I'll just do that. So, there's the Eversor for tonight, if I'm able to. Focus, camera, focus. It doesn't want to focus right now. Please? No? It worked last time. Maybe? Maybe it's just the fact that it's black on black? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So. Just a few. You know. Just an Inquisitor. And an Eversor. To go with the couple of other models that I have in the collection. Jeez, the power's still flickering. There we go. I don't know if that's picking up on your end, but it keeps flickering. So, let's see. I had a couple of thoughts. We'll go through some talking first before I paint. I don't want to pull out a bunch of paints and then have no power. Alright. So the last storm hit almost 20,000 people in the area. So far we're up to 300 without power. So, yay. What was I doing? Okay. So I was looking at paint schemes. And a couple of them. Nice. Can you see that flickering? Yeah. The dinging is the family talking about the power. So. So, I was looking at a couple of paint schemes, and before I went to sleep last night, I saw in my mind a vision that looked fairly similar to this. But it wasn't this particular mech, but it had some white detailing lines on it. So that was interesting. That I was like, oh, a light gray with a light blue and some white stripes. So that was interesting. Also saw this pattern and this pattern, which are almost the exact same colors, just inverted. I mean, that one has gold, but yeah, that one I kind of was thinking about, and both of those are interesting. So, well, it says it's a bone gray. So, I don't know. Hey, Solvix. But yeah, those were interesting. I could see painting, you know, a company, maybe. Yeah, maybe a company in each of them. That one? Yeah. But yeah, that and this were both pretty nice. I could see doing something similar to that. Oh, I've been having power flickers for the last 15 minutes, so I'm currently up, but I've also had 10 flickers here and there, so I could lose power. That's why I haven't actually started painting. If the power holds out for another 5 minutes, I think we're gonna be past the front of the storm. So yeah, I'm currently looking at unit color compendium. So this and this again, yeah, if I wanted to go for different styles with the same colors, I could paint them inverted like that. I mean, I don't have to follow this exact thing if I wanted to make it a mercenary company. But yeah, this was very much what I thought in my dream. Go figure. So, it has a lot of similarities, but it was light blue instead of dark blue. So, yeah. So yeah, I know. And like I said, yeah, okay, power flickers again. I don't know. It sure is trying to mess with us. Wow. I don't know about this. So, oh, and now I'm hearing the thunder. But I want to paint this guy. Alright. Yes. Ted, how dare you? I want to paint. So yeah, I painted up the 5 metal Battletech models as one particular star, using my own theme, but basing it around something that I saw that I really liked the look of. And I think it's gonna be 3 weeks before I get that video out, so I'm going to... No, I'm actually going to disregard the model and show it off to you. So, the first star. My first 5 Battletech Mini is painted up. I also found out that I did not have the head for one of them. So, do I not have one of the trays? Haha. So, he's actually missing his head. Let's see. Whoop, come on. Metal, gotta be careful. Come on. So it's a multi-blue camo with black detailing and a silver with a wash for the weapons. And then I have this, and if you look at the cockpit, that is actually Croxagore contrast paint over the silver for the cockpit. It is I had it. Where's the phone? Clan Snow Raven. I wanted to add a little bit of a jade-like color, so that's what the Croxagore provides. So and I think that my Raven's also missing a weapon over on the side, but but I was like, if I'm gonna build and paint my first 5 and they're all metal, they're gonna be all separate, different from the rest of them. Maybe I might do some more with this. Oh my goodness, that's some rolling thunder. But as far as the first 5, I thought that that would be a very nice start to the collection. I'm not going to argue that. So that's the first 5 painted up. So the video is going to have a lot more than just this paint job on it. I did take a few shots of these while I was painting them up. But yeah, as far as my first Battletech star, I figured that would be a good color scheme to go with. Cool. And again, if I painted up, say, 12 more mechs using the one of those 2 other color schemes with the gray, these are still blue and metallic, so they could kind of go together even if they aren't, you know, exactly the same faction. So, but yeah, I'm thrilled to get that first 5 painted. And, yeah, based on scheduling and everything, the video I was going to paint him for is actually going to be next weekend, not this weekend. So I have a little bit of time to work on it. Well, again, Solvix, I sent you the link to all the Battletech models that I have right now. Like, there's nothing saying I can't, you know, paint up another star that matches and maybe fill some of the roles that I'm missing. Because I have... what is it? I have a 20-ton, a 35-ton, a 60 and a 65-ton, and a 90-ton. So, like, there's some areas in there that I could probably change up a little bit, and I'm gonna go put that away so I don't bump into it. And since I'm up, I might as well change out my wet palette. All right. Yep, that's also a possibility. So, based on what I own, I have enough mechs to do 3 12 mech patterns and a 5 mech pattern with those as the other 5. So, right, 46, 51. Yeah, something like that. So I have enough to do a couple of different units and everything. I haven't really figured out how I want to build them up, like which 4 or 5 per that I want together. But I knew that being those were the 5 that I got initially, they were going to get painted up together. I'm going to try to paint this guy up today. Come on. So I'm going to take the light gray. Omnimax. So I do own 3 Timberwolves. Yeah. That's fair. But I mean, I'm not against buying more at some point. So it's not like I can't just go, "Oh, I used this one model. I can't ever have another one of them." But I think, what was it? I own 3 archers. I have 3 archers, and since I was reading the original FASA books, the what is it? The third. I bookmarked it. What is it called? I didn't bookmark the actual spot. That's annoying. Anyway. Three Timberwolves, a Locust, and a Direwolf. I have a Locust. I don't have a Direwolf. Maybe it's under the other name. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure that out. I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to... Oh, king crabs. I so want a king crab. It looks cool. But yeah, the idea of putting all 3 Timberwolves in the same unit of, whichever, I'm guessing star, just seems like a really heavy-duty force to be reckoned with. Like, not so much reckoned with, but it would help if I could think. I think they're 2 points intensive. Like, is a single star supposed to be going up against 2 to 3 lances? Yeah. Um. No, I need to figure out what type of forces I want to have on the field. Like, if I have a decent star, I could always run it as a mercenary lance. Okay, so a star is 3 lances? Because I kept on trying to figure out balancing for 2 lances. So that's a pretty heavy duty force there. But yeah, I had thought that it was 2 lances for going after a clan star because I was looking at the Alpha Strike where it has the 13 models. I guess it depends on what the lances are meant for and what the star is focused on, right? As well. Like if you have a scout lance, that's not gonna really be as wild as a bunch of archers. I don't know. I'm just a lot of different options, and I am happy with the purchases I've made, but I need to work through some of it now before I get more. Yeah. I mean, you know, when I'm looking at 3 Timberwolves, it's already at 225 tons, so. Uh huh. I'm trying to get the bodysuit in this light gray, and then I'm going to do a heavy wash over it with the Grim Black speed paint to dull it down a lot. Um, but yeah, as far as I think I've spent well, with the printing, I've spent just about what a single Battle Force box for 40k would be. And I have 49 mechs available to myself now. 46, somewhere in that area. Mid 40s. That's a little bit better. And I do like the idea of finding 4 color schemes that I like. And, I just think that it would be good to have a couple of options for colors. But at the same time, I don't need to have, 4 full forces of every model I have. So. First, I have to learn how to play. Like, I've been watching some battle reports. And it's pretty fun. But I have to get some games in and understand what I'm doing before I really do much more. Yeah. Like, I don't mind if I have... Say I painted with both of those blue-gray color schemes where half of them have the upper portion and half have the lower portion. I don't care if I have 2 or 3 different varieties of that and they all match. They're still using the same colors to be distinctive. It's a matter of after I've got that, do I want to paint up another force for this particular, do I want to do a couple of different mercenary groups or different clans, or do I want to paint the majority in one? It's like I want to do a couple of different things. There's a lot of different details on here that I'm not 100% certain what they're supposed to be yet. Old metal model, Like he has the glove. So I need to find his hand. Oh yeah. With how I printed out the record sheets, I'm organizing it by... No. Go to the beginning. There we go. I am organizing it based on era and then by tonnage. So when trying to figure out what game I want to play, I can go to the the newest era and flip backwards to see which ones I want. Since anything older is playable. But like I have the proliferation cycle box, so being that they were supposed to be the first mechs ever, I have some, the one with the Mackie. So yeah. And so I have, I have Timberwolf Prime A and B sheets, so I made sure that each prime is in its own protective sheet, and it has either a B or an A as the backside, so I can field options. I figured that was the best way to organize it. It'll all fit in one binder, and when I know what I want to play with, I can just pull those couple of sheets out and have those right there. And since I'm probably going to be teaching people how to play while I'm learning, we're probably going to just be using my models. And that's another reason why having several forces makes sense. I almost think I want to do a desert camo type pattern on others. Because if I have the blue gray option, and then I do a desert type of option, where I hit, lightly on the yellows, a little bit into the browns type of thing, I think that would look good. And then I would need a third color that's well outside of that. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do for bat reps. Do I want to make his head a different color? I think I do. See, a lot of them do black body armor. I'm going with a much brighter exosuit. I guess I can go over it with this. Actually... Oh. So I've watched, two from Gorilla Miniatures Games, and another one from some other video, another channel, and then I've watched several from Four Hands on Deck. So I'm trying to watch a couple of battle reports first, and then from there I'll try out 2 or 3 games of my own, and then possibly film one to share, and then get feedback on how many things I've gotten wrong. Because that's always a fun part, too. There's a lot of armor and straps and belts and stuff on here. Just not a problem, just... Oh no, it's going to be very close to black by the time I'm done with this. I just need to get all of the details painted. Have a good one, Solvix. Alright. Where is the ivory? Oh no. I have off-white. No, ivory. Ivory will work. So, I'm going to paint them to look similar to the Inquisitor. So the metals are going to be the same. I don't remember what I did for the metal. Did I do rough iron for that? I think so. But yeah, instead of doing black and then just having really dark and have to do highlights up, I'm going to do this brighter light gray, and then I'm going to do a grim black layer, and it'll darken the recesses. And then from there, if I have to do a second coat of grim black, I can. And I'll darken it down from there. But they seem to all have bone colored skull looks, so why doesn't the camera want to focus tonight? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Perhaps with this. Well, I have the Inquisitor, the Eversor, and 2 of the kill teams. So I don't know if I'd be able to hit a 500 point force yet. Maybe if I added some of the Grey Knights that I have. It just doesn't like the skull right now. It's too dark, too bright. Oh, to stipple the mechs, I finally made this brush more useful. I made a little stippling tip. Just a tiny little bit of that brush left. Because this stippling brush was way too big. The amount of detail difference where you can get it in, on the model. Yeah. So. Yeah, I've seen some of those models, like on videos and everything. They looked very cool, being so much larger than the rest. Okay, that makes sense. Just make the measurements a little bit shorter. Because they thought they could sell things in a larger scale and have more people want to buy them. Yeah. So if you see, I took that light gray and I put the grim black over it, and now it's still not a fully black or, anything, but I'm gonna do a second coat of the grim black later on, and that's gonna darken it down even more. Or I might use a different color. I might not go with grim black. I might do a blue or purple wash. The blue or purple speed paint to tint it a little bit. Let's see. Bone color. I need to black wash that. Oop, that's not it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I could do this High Lord Blue. And worst case, I can do a second Grim Black over that and make 3 washes on it. That might be good. It's gonna be a while before it's dry. Yeah. I'm gonna do a quick shade of Null Oil over the skull. I mean, I know I'm doing shades and washes and stuff at the end, as if it's the end, and I'm only 2 colors in. But there's going to be a lot of subtle colors in here, so I'll probably do a dry brush, add a darkening layer, highlight up, have the power flicker again. Well, at least it'll focus now. I'm gonna let the Null Oil dry where it is because I'm gonna do another coat over it. So, I'm okay with that. What do I have? Figured I'm just using some cool, interesting paints today instead of always the same things. Like, I have Gilliman Flesh. I don't even know if this is open. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's been open. It has a mixing bottle in it. Mixing bead in it. So I will say, Wednesday and Thursday this week were really weird not streaming. Like, something felt missing. We survived, but it did feel weird. I did get some stuff done around the house, though, that I needed to. Yeah. Did Julian hack your account? It's not focusing again. It's not as harsh as it's showing on the camera. Yeah. Alright, let's try this High Lord Blue. This might be too intense, so we'll find out. Yeah, I'm gonna do another coat of Grim Black over this. But I think this is gonna add a nice tint of color. Come on, focus. So it definitely changes the black gray to a blue. So doing another black over that should make it darker. I hope. Well, I mean, I think that one more coat of Grim Black will darken the recesses more without tinting it too far beyond this blue. Like, it's still wet, but it is about that blue in person. Like, the shininess, the really bright spots are there. I think once I put some rough iron on it, it'll change up some of the camera focus. I'm actually thinking I don't want to add any of the actual silver. Or maybe I will do some of the silver on the weapon on his arm. This thing right back here. I guess I could on the gun as well. I don't know. There's a lot of details on him that I'm not really sure what I want to do. Yeah, the blue tint definitely works. I don't think it'll darken it too much by doing another Grim Black over it. I do want it to be like, oh wow, that has blue. Not a, oh yeah, okay. You know, oh yeah, it's blue. I can read it as blue. No, I want it to look like, oh wait, that black has blue in it. Type of thing. So. That makes sense? I don't know. Hello, Silver. How are you today? So in January, I got a huge lot of used models, and these two were two of the metal models inside. And I figured, hey, I have them. Let's paint them up. And between them and the RBDs and the Navy Breachers and the Grey Knights I have, I could theoretically run probably a 500 point agents list. So I figured, hey, might as well paint them up. Models in the collection. They get to do stuff, you know? I am painting an old metal Eversor Assassin. This is the one from the early to mid 90s. This model originally went on a 25mm Slotta base. And so I took that and I rebased it on a 32mm base, which is what the Eversor is now supposed to be on. So the old base is on top of the new. Yeah, I definitely enjoy this old sculpt. There is something to be said about painting metal minis. I just finished up painting the whole of the Scaventide box, so some of the most recent models Games Workshop makes. So I figured, hey, I'll take a little bit, work on something that's really old. Hello, Philip. Nice. Nice. Deathcore is just... it has such a cool aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah, it adds another... I... probably 3 or 4 millimeters. It's not a lot, but... yeah. I went to a shop I hadn't gone to and ended up with 6 more Battletech mechs. That was yesterday. Oh, power's still flickering too. Yay. Yeah. I mean, the fact that I only left with 6 mechs should say something. I could have spent a lot more there. They had other things, but sadly it was too far away. I didn't ask if they played on a regular basis. I just was lucky to find something that I could use, and you know, you always try to support the local businesses when you have the opportunity. So, yeah. Oh, that's nice. All right. I need to hit the head one more time with the ivory. Yeah, yeah. I have an interest in a Warhound Titan at some point in the future, but it's not anytime soon. I mean, I think my whole battle tech investment is a third of the price of a single Warhound. I'd much rather have the whole other game system. I'd like to have both, but I would I definitely prefer the extra game system. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, but those Fnatic metallics are nice. Like, I will be getting more of them in the future. Alright, rough iron for the weapon. Yeah. They are nice paints, though. I can't get everything to 12,000 points. I have to make some decisions that are under that. Yep. Hey, Vermin. I managed to paint the Scaventide in 1 month. So we're back to 2 streams a week now. One on YouTube and one on Twitch. I have a bunch of stuff I have to do outside of this still, so taking that time to get all the backlog back to reasonable. Yeah, well, I know there are some that want me to do that. No, 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 no. No. Backlog of chores. Chores. They're not a backlog. I mean, they're not a pile of potential. Nuh-uh. The models are a pile of potential. But the chores are not. They're just chores. They get backlog. So yeah, the Imperial agents are releasing next Saturday, right? Not tomorrow? Being that it's not quite tomorrow yet for me. Oh, I have to watch that. Well, I have to look at it. Are they today? Or tomorrow? I went on GW's website and it looked like the Codex was releasing tomorrow or in a week. I don't know. Their pre-release schedule, sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 2. Sometimes it comes with the Codex and sometimes it doesn't on release day. I can't keep track. The Kyria, however you pronounce her name. That one? I wanna look. Yeah. Yeah, Kyria. Or something like that. Oh, Max. Oh yeah, that orange is amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, the new releases and news is the reason why I'm painting my assassin today, right? It's like, sure, it might be. It might be, what, 30 some odd, about 30 years old? The sculpt? That's fine. It's a model. I have it. Sounds like a good time to paint it. Okay. A bit of Mephiston red. Okay. Mephiston. And I believe I used a darker brown than original. So let's go beige brown. Yeah. You know, I purchased about the cost of a Battle Force worth of Battletech minis in the last couple of weeks, and I have like 49 models now. And 2 starter rule sets, 3 maps, maybe 5 maps. I don't know. Um, a whole bunch of record sheets. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff. And, like, I know I've majority painted GW on here, but oh no. It's all about any game that makes interest, you know? So, I will be doing more Battletech videos in the future. I have 2 or 3 of them coming up in the next month and a half. Yeah, he's an Eversor. He's, I think, the close range one. He's not the psychic one. Um, it's not the one that shapeshifts, and it's not the Vindicare, which is the ranged. So, I don't know. It's the one that I have. But oh, he's the one that explodes on death? Sweet. Yeah. Sweet. I have the explodey one. But yeah, when I like wargaming, I like painting models, and I like playing. If it's not 40k or BattleTech or, you know, Malifaux or Starship Troopers or whatever, it's all the same. It's fun models, and if I can get people to play with me, that's all that really matters. So, if they're cool models and I can paint them and then I can play with them, I've won. I'm gonna have to touch up that area with the metal. I mean, I've owned it for 8 months. That's what I know. It's like, aren't you supposed to go to the game with the models and then go, oh wait, what do they do? And then someone tells me, oh yeah, you run him forward and he blows up. And I'll be like, sapper. Understood. He's cooler than I thought he was. Underneath his mask, he must be a Skaven, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. Why do you think I was like, oh, Battletech? Yes, please. No, sadly you can only take one. At least I don't think they changed that rule. Just field a full force of Vindicator Assassins. Okay, I need to touch that up. I need to... Okay. No, I just made a mess. No. Come on, fix. No. It's already dried. I'll try that again in a few. Whoa, hey. I am making a mess after a mess. I'll get back to that once it's dry. But yeah, the best thing is to just go, okay, that's cool. Like, I painted up 1,000 points of Disciples of Tzeentch, and I still don't know what they do. Actually, I don't even know if they're 1,000 points anymore. I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at their points since third. I think I still have 1,000 points there. Okay. Alright, let's see about a close-up real quick. I need to do some light brown on the ground. What he doesn't have is any gold. Thanks. And now I'm going to darken his bodysuit one more time. I still have the Grim Black over here from earlier. still have a little bit of leather to do. I just realized where they are. Alright. So it's definitely darker. But it should still have a bit of blue tinting to it. It's not pure black. So it still has that blue on the highlight, but not on the shadows now. Not that the color is really showing through as well, but yeah. I just did the second Grim Black on his outfit. And you can still see a little bit of blue in it. So. Alright. I need a very light shade on his... Oh yeah, I need to do the rest of the leather. Rest of the leather. Never mind the bill hooks, huh? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Get caught up in my microphone and camera. I'm moving on to a 3/0 brush for this detail. That sounds amazing. What a tanker, huh? Okay. Now, can you even see the buckles from the camera? Will it even focus? Yeah. So I just went through and did all of the buckles with a 3/0 brush and dotted the pouch closures. Now I need to do something with his head. Let's see. I think I'm gonna just do the Druchii Violet on the base, and then take a tiny bit of that and water it down even more and do around his neck. We'll see if that works. Alright. So. They look like they're on the same side, at least. I need to... Did I just do a fully null oil on this whole thing? Is that what I did? Because other than the tufts, I think everything else is good. But I want to get that dark feel to it. And I think that was a null oil, right? Yep. I'm building back a little bit more of the blue. That second wash killed it a little bit more than I wanted. Alright, gnome. Pop. Almost out of this null oil. There's not much left in this container. Okay, now I need two colors. One is going to be Croxagore scales, and the other one And in yellow. There we go. Yandon is going right here. Yeah. And then the Croxicor scales. No, Mephiston Red has been used already. Haha. Glowing eyes. So I think it's tufting time. So where'd the super glue go? There we go. Yep. He's not the Inquisitor, so I don't know if he's getting 2 or 3. Come on. I think he's getting 2. Yeah. They look like they go together, right? That's a force, right? Like, I didn't do any gold on the Assassin because he's not the Inquisitor. So, 2 more metal minis painted up. That only took a little over 2 hours. That's not bad. Yeah. So now I get to keep looking at different camo patterns. So, but yeah, I like when these things come together, you know? It's another model painted. Let's see, that would be that category. Just plugging it into the spreadsheet. All the things I've painted so far this year. Badger Tech. Are you asking me to make my own mercenary force called Badger Tech Inc.? Look at all the things I've painted this year. Oh, man. Like, the start of the year, it was nice and slow. And then it just started getting crazy. But, yeah, I could do Badger Tech Inc. mercenary group, right? A whole company of 12? I could see that. I could see that. I'd need to figure out which 12 mechs I'd want to do, but ones with animal names. Alright, since we're on the topic. So the adder would work. I mean, technically the fire moth, maybe? Mad Dog could definitely be, but that one's already painted. Then there's also the mongrel. The Wolverine, you know. Yep, there is the Locust. This is the list I have for the whole. This is my collection. So I'm looking at what I have that I could do. I could at least start with a. I could start with 4, pattern that way. Do the Wolverine, the Mongrel, the Pouncer, and the Adder? No. Is the Coyote supposed to be a, Yeah, I know there... You said there was the Badger APC. I need to get some eventually, but... But I'm just thinking what I have, which 4 would be a good one to start with. Because, yeah, okay, I have a Griffin, but... And yeah, I think I almost have to paint the Timberwolves together. But yeah, 3 Timberwolves and 2 Novas. That's a force, right? I mean, I have a Wasp, 2 Locusts, and a Fire Moth. That could almost be a, those would all be, yeah, Wasp, 2 Locusts, and a Fire Moth. That could be a, light mech scouting lance, right? So I have a battle axe and a warhammer. I wonder if I could do something with those. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, this is the last page of my pile. So I'll share this overall in the Discord again. And you can take a look at them. Because I am still trying to figure out which of these I would actually like to combine. Yeah. So I'll share this, and maybe we can just chat for a bit about this. So, because I'm done painting, so I can just share it and we can call it from there, right? But yeah, it's, like I said, it's the last page on here. And if you'd like to see this, there should be a link in the description as well. of any of the normal videos. I don't think it's in the live stream description. But yeah, I already sent Solvix this list last night, but it's still early, so it said that it was what, 9 a while back, so it's maybe 11 a.m. Whoa, hey. Yeah. Sorry about that. Let's see my pile of who's on. Yep. At least it doesn't have any of my codes on that page. I'm not used to sharing my desktop, so there you go. That's what I usually have on that side. But but yeah, I sent a link in the description, in the Discord for that, so but I'll be around on the Discord for a while. But since we finished painting for the night, I'm gonna call it here. There is just a little bit of blue in that. It's a very dark look, but I think it works well for what we're looking for. And yeah, I now have 2 Agents of the Imperium. So until the next time, which will be Tuesday on Twitch, I'll see you later, and I hope you find your bit of bliss. Good night, all.